Hey Killer Bees, it's Paula B from PaulaBFitness.com, where every Monday we transform your life right in your living room. And today we're doing that from a chair. I've got a great seated belly fat burning workout for us today that starts right now with a little bit of a warm up. Go ahead and come all the way to the edge of your seat and let's get started with some nice big arm circles. Oh my goodness, I've got it all for us today. Cardio toning, strength, and abs. This is like a 4-in-1 workout today, and I really want to make sure that we are ready for it with a nice gentle warm-up. Now here's the thing, when we first start getting moving, we definitely don't need to be moving at high speed. We're going to get your heart rate up today, I promise. Like that's not even a question in my mind. Our heart rate is going to be nice and high, but right now we're just trying to think about moving our arms all the way through that big circle, forward and backward. Really thinking about stretching from your chest, pulling from your back, letting all those muscles surrounding your shoulders get warmed up and ready for work today. As mentioned, I've got some work today. Now here's the thing, you guys. I'm calling this a belly fat burning workout, but the fact is, the way to burn belly fat is the same way we burn all fat. If you have fat to lose, it means that you have weight to lose, and that means that you need to be in a consistent caloric deficit and exercise regularly. And frankly, that's almost the same as anybody else. We all need to exercise regularly. We all need to watch where we're eating and make sure that it's the right number of calories. Let's do arm crossers as well. And that, my friends, is how we have a nice healthy body that's able to pick up heavy things and put them back down, able to do cardio workouts, able to do basically anything we want to do in our lives. So today's workout is all about managing our effort. Now the thing is, in order to get all the way through this workout, we're gonna have to go at the right pace. I'm not gonna say a slow pace, a steady pace, the right pace. Each section of this workout has its own pace, its own feel. Let's go ahead and do some high knees as well. You can use your hands, help bring that knee up to your chest. We're warming up our abs, we're warming up our hips, we're warming up all the muscles in our legs and hips and middle, all the way through your abs and obliques here. We're gonna get some twisting motion in here too to warm up those obliques as well. The thing about a warm-up, we are burning calories. I mean, we're always burning, you're literally always burning calories. Take a deep breath in, you've just burned like 3 calories. You know, we're always burning calories. So make sure that you're taking this warm-up at a moderate pace so that you can really focus on good form. And don't worry about moving too fast just yet. My pace right now, because I'm already warmed up a little bit, might be too fast for you. It's totally okay to take really all of these exercises today at whatever pace works best for you. Let's go ahead and do some knee openers as well. And let's talk about today's workout because, oh my goodness, as mentioned, I've got a little 4-in-1 action going for us. We're going to start off with a nice cardio section. That means that we don't need any equipment at all for the first couple of exercises. After that, we're going to move into cardio toning. Now here's the thing. I have a whole set of dumbbells here that range from 3 pounds down to 8 pounds. So I've got lots of choices for this. If you only have one set of dumbbells, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to take that cardio toning section as more cardio. I don't want you to knock yourself out because we do in fact have a strength section too where you're going to want your heavier dumbbells, or if you only have one pair, your dumbbells, and we're going to go slower moving, really focusing on building muscle, excellent form, really thinking about building our muscle tone. And then after that I've got some fun abs that we don't need any equipment for either. I've got it all going on today. Now if you are feeling nice and warmed up, I'm definitely feeling ready for it. My heart rate is up, my muscles feel warm. Then you're gonna be all ready. If you need to, you can scrub back through these exercises and do them one more time because my friends, when you're ready for it, I'm totally ready. Let's go. All right, you guys, our first exercise for our cardio section is rope climbers. Starting with your hands overhead, we're gonna bring your opposite hand down towards your opposite knee, pulling as though we're climbing a rope. We're not. I don't know that I even could, to be honest with you. I was never great at this exercise when I was a kid, but here's what I want you thinking about. Do you feel that work in your abs already? Yes, indeed. If you need to not have your feet up off the ground quite this much already, you can go ahead and go a little bit lower motion with your feet and go a little bit faster with your hands. The fact is, it's your hands going up over your head that turns this into a cardio exercise. We're moving at a pace that feels good to you. This is a long interval. I didn't mention any intervals today, did I? I know, and that's because if you see me looking down, it's because I've got my timer on the ground here. We're going different intervals for all of our different sections. So I'm just keeping an eye on the clock. And in fact, right now it's been just about long enough of these rope climbers that we're going to do starbursts. Get little and get big. Get little and get big. Hands are wide, feet are wide, and then hands and feet come in and out. This is another good ab exercise. Now, here's the thing that I get asked about a lot. What exercises will burn belly fat? And I will tell you, literally all of them, which also, in a weird way, means none of them, because the fact is, exercises help shape your body. They don't burn fat from a specific area of your body. They help you burn fat overall, but the thing that's really going to help you burn fat overall is being in a caloric deficit, eating the right number of calories. Every single exercise you do, even if it's arm exercises, can help you burn belly fat if you're burning fat. My friends, we're going to go from here into jumping jacks. So hands up, we're going to put one leg out and then the other leg out while your hands are flapping like jumping jacks. Clearly, this is a modified jumping jack because we're not jumping today. And I am doing the one leg at a time version because honestly, my heart rate's already pretty high. And I gotta tell you, we've got more work in front of us and I don't want my heart rate to be so high here in this first cardio section that I can't handle the rest of the workout. So you feel free to moderate as you need to. If your heart rate's not super duper high yet, you can do the full version where your hands and feet are both going at once. That's always fine with me. You can always make my workouts harder or easier as you see fit. Now we've got one more exercise in this cardio section. It's called reach across because, as you might guess, we're going to reach across. So as we're reaching across our body with our arms, our leg on that same side is going to reach out in the same direction as you are leaning. Hopefully that makes sense the way I have explained it because we're going to get going. Reach across and kick out. Reach across and kick out. Now I say reach across, but I'm actually reaching up kind of high. My hand is still up over my head. If you've ever done any of my low impact or seated workouts before, you know that having your hands up over your head is the thing that makes your heart rate go crazy. That's how we're getting our heart rate so high today. The rest of your body obviously moving along with it, but if you were just moving your legs, you probably wouldn't feel quite as, well, I feel winded. You probably wouldn't feel quite as exerted from this work. That's because the more of your body that's resisting gravity, the harder the work is, the harder your heart has to work, the harder your lungs have to work. Now here in just a couple of seconds, we're going to go back to those rope climbers. This was our little circuit, and we're going to go through it 3 times total. We are already done with number 1, and here we go with those rope climbers. I had to really think about my coordination. This is why I never climbed a rope in real life, because I'm not quite coordinated enough for it. Now this time around, we are going to go through these exercises a little bit faster. Thinking about those transitions, our heart rate is up. It's continuing to come up. And so I want to challenge us just a little by going between the exercises a little bit faster. So here, in about 2 more seconds, we're going to go right into starbursts. Get little, get big. Get little, get big. Great job. Nice and quick this round. Awesome. Thinking about pulling in your core. When you're moving your hands and your feet together like this, you really have to work for it by pulling in those abs. Here in about 3 more seconds, going right into jumping jacks. I'm going to see if I can do the harder version this time. Nope, couldn't get started on that. Jumping jacks is just tough. Let me see if I can do it. There we go. Only one of my legs wanted to move at a time. That was super funny. My mouth was saying the words and my brain and my body were like, huh? But here we go with those jumping jacks. And here in just a couple more seconds, I told you these intervals are shorter. We're thinking about it. This is work for your brain and your body. We're going to do those reach across right about now. So reach across and reach across. Excellent job. Now, as mentioned, we've got one more time through this circuit. And the third time through, the intervals are going to be even shorter. I'm really going to have to think about it. You're going to have to think about it. But the good news is, after we are done with this cardio section, we get a very brief break while I tell you about the cardio toning. Now, again, if you don't have light dumbbells and heavy dumbbells, you're going to take the next section as unweighted, straight up cardio. Let's go ahead and get started again with those rope climbers. There we go. Hands are up. Feet are going up and down. Knees are moving up and down like pistons, nice and fast. And here in 3, 2, 1, we're going to starbursts. Get little, get big. There we go. Nice transition, super fast. As mentioned, this isn't easy, but it's not supposed to be. The good news is, now that we're just about done with this circuit, here we go with jumping jacks. Woo, both hands flapping, both feet jumping. Even though you're in a seated position, not really jumping. But even though we've gone through the circuit 3 times, we're not coming back to these exercises. So here in 3, 2, 1, when we do the reach across, great job. This is the last time we're going to last just about 10 to 15 seconds at this pace. There we go. And then we're going to get a brief break while we pick up our light dumbbells and go into that cardio toning. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Okay. Now I've got light dumbbells that feel light. If the dumbbells that you have don't feel light enough for cardio toning, again, just take this as cardio. You're getting plenty of benefit without having something heavy in your hand. We're going to start off with double knees. So what that means is we're going to have our hands, I'm swiveling just a little bit, but you're actually going to swivel your butt, not your chair. We're going to have both hands up overhead, bringing both hands down to one knee 2 times, and then switching your hip so that you're bringing both hands down to the other knee 2 times. Let's go ahead and get going. Boom, and 2 times. Great job. Now these intervals are generous, but not quite as crazy as our cardio. And you can probably maybe see that I'm moving a tiny bit slower. You know, having a couple of weights in your hands makes this much more difficult. So I'm already going to start thinking about our next exercise, which is toy soldiers. You're going to have both hands up overhead. You're going to kick your opposite foot towards your opposite hand. So one hand at a time coming down in front of you. Let's go ahead and get started with those. Both hands up overhead. Kick and reach, kick and reach. Now, if you do have light dumbbells in your hand, you can feel how difficult this work is on your shoulders. Make sure your core is pulled in tight. It's cardio toning, which means, yes, our heart rate is still nice and high, but we're thinking a little bit more about excellent form, moving a little bit slower to make sure that we're really pulling in our core, moving our arms through that plane of motion properly, palms facing your feet. Here in about 2 or 3 seconds, we're going to go into rainbow jacks, which means that your hands are going to go from side to side over the top of your body while meeting one knee on one side. Let's go ahead and do that. One knee on one side, one knee on the other. Rainbow jacks, making a rainbow overhead and trying really hard to bring that foot up and out to the side. Gotta tell ya, that's tough stuff for me. I'm not super flexible from side to side like that, so I really have to think about squeezing my abs and obliques. Now here in just a couple more seconds, these intervals, thankfully brief, but we're still gonna go through this little circuit 3 times. We're gonna start again with those double knees. Here in 3, 2, and 1. So both hands up overhead, 2 knees on one side, 2 knees on the other. Great job. Really thinking about keeping that core in tight, really feeling our shoulders. I know I chose lots of shoulder work today, but that's why these intervals are a teeny bit shorter than our first round. Here in about 3 seconds, we're going to go into those toy soldiers. Both hands up, kicking your opposite feet towards your opposite hand. And 3, 2, 1. Both hands up. Whoo, doggies. Opposite hand, opposite foot. I know, this got super tough. That's why you're supposed to go at whatever pace works best for you. I am definitely slowing down this second time through. I was a little aggressive on that first round of cardio toning. And I have to tell you, that's what happens sometimes. Here in about 5 seconds, we're going to go into those rainbow jacks for the second time. And here we go. Rainbow over the top, bringing up one knee to one side and one knee to the other. I feel particularly uncoordinated with this one today. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Sometimes that happens though. You know, we always just do our best. Sometimes our best looks very glamorous, and sometimes our best looks like this. But my friends, here in about 2 more seconds, we're going to go into double knees. Ooh, for the last time. Right there. Okay. And hands up. 2 knees on one side and 2 knees on the other. My friends, this is our third round of this cardio toning, which means our second section of exercises is almost done. Here in about 3 more seconds, we're going to turn this into toy soldiers. Boom. Okay. I'm giving my shoulders a break. Hands up. Here we go with toy soldiers. Big kick. Opposite hand for opposite foot. Nice job. This work got tough, didn't it? I know. That's what I was telling you, that sometimes we get partway through a workout and we're like, oh my goodness, what do I do? Well, my friend, you modify. That's totally okay. I'm slowing down. You can see me slowing down. Here in about 2 more seconds, we're going to do rainbow jacks for the last time. This is our last toy soldier. And here we go, side to side. Whoo. This is not easy stuff. And that's kind of what I'd like to talk to you about burning belly fat. You know, you don't have to work super hard. You don't have to knock yourself out. We've got 5 more seconds of this. Ooh, and there, and that is it with the cardio toning. But my friends, you do have to work. Now, we're working. I'm glistening. We're sweating. The effort that you put in needs to be just enough. And that's why I want you to think. I'm going to think, my shoulders really felt that cardio toning. What can you handle for our next section, which is strength? I'm actually going to go with my medium weight dumbbells for this first one because it's more upper body. And then I'm going to go heavier for our lower body stuff. So for me, that means I'm grabbing from the middle of my rack because we're going to start with a row and a fly. And let me actually turn to the side so you can see this one. So hands are just down at your sides. We're going to bend forward from the waist, which means that you're pulling in your core and keeping your back super, super, super strong. We're going to row those dumbbells up to your armpits and then back down. And then we're going to open up your arms as wide as you can by pulling from the middle of your back and then put it back down. Awesome job. So we're going to row and down and fly and down. Now the pace of this section, much more relaxed. Not really relaxed, still really hard work, but it's slower work. I really want you to think about keeping your elbows close to your body when you row, pulling from the middle of your back when you fly. If you feel like you're shrugging, your weights might be too heavy, go ahead and put them down. You can do this unweighted and still get tons of strength work done. The fact is, like we mentioned, every time you personally, any part of you, is resisting gravity by moving your hands out like that, then you are strengthening your muscles. That's why this work feels so tough. These dumbbells, they're heavier than your hands. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah, I know, I noticed it. But the fact is that when we are resisting gravity, it takes work. Even resisting with your bare hands is work. So my friends, feel good about what you are doing, no matter what the weight of your dumbbell is, no matter if you're not using dumbbells. You are getting strong. Whew, one resistance at a time. We're gonna do 2 more of these. So row it up and fly it out. And then row it up and fly it out. Awesome job. I'm gonna grab my heavier ones because this next one is more abs and lower body. I tend to be stronger in my abs and lower body, so I feel like a little bit more of a challenge is gonna be good. You only need 1 dumbbell, doesn't matter what weight it is, 1 dumbbell. We're gonna do a deadlift good mornings combo. So your feet are gonna be a little bit wider than hip width apart. Make sure that you can get your hands in between. Your belly is pulled in nice and tight. Let me turn to the side again so you can see what this looks like. Your back is super straight. We're tipping forward and we're pulling back up. Then we're gonna put that weight, on the back of your neck and tip forward and pull it back up. You can feel how much harder that one is. It's hard both times. You are using your abs, you're using the back of your legs. So deadlift, and then a little bit of triceps work, and then good morning. Exact same motion with your upper body, a little bit harder when we're resisting gravity a little bit more. When the weight is further away from you, very tough to come back up. When the weight is on your neck, even tougher to come back up, I know. And that little bit of triceps work. I love getting bonus triceps work like that. You know, the back of your arms, well, the back of our arms, you know, I don't know very many women who don't have a little bit of an issue with the back of their arms. We all talk about it. This is how you firm it up. How do you lose fat from that area of your body? My friend, I've already told you the answer to that. You lose fat from all of your body, and you'll lose fat from the parts of your body that you want to lose fat from. You do your best. Eat the right number of calories. Do regular, varied exercise. Your body will get rid of fat. It will. And it might, even when you are a very healthy weight, have fat in places you don't love. And my friends, that's life. I don't have anything nicer to say than that. Sometimes we carry a little bit of fat in places that we don't love. And my suggestion to you, honestly, is to always do your best and not worry about it so much. You know, be amazed by what your body can do. Do you feel these deadlifts? I sure do. Do you feel these good mornings? I sure do. You are doing great. We're gonna do 2 more. That was the deadlift part. This is the good morning part. This is our last deadlift. Oof. And good morning, even though it is no longer morning here. Awesome job. All right, you guys, for this next exercise, this is mostly abs and a little bit more shoulder. So I'm going again with my moderate weight, my medium weight. For me, that's 5 pounds. Moderate for you might be 20 pounds. Moderate for you might be a pound. Don't worry about what other people are lifting. You lift what feels best to you and feel best about it. We're gonna do a side bend, side raise. So here's what it looks like. Palms are facing you, facing your body. As we come down in a side bend, we're gonna raise the other hand up overhead. As we come down, both hands down, we're gonna bend the other way and raise the other hand. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you notice as I'm bending, I'm keeping my elbow close to my body, bringing the weight to my shoulder, and then pressing up overhead. Then bringing it back to my shoulder as I sit back up. The weight should stay close to your body until it's not close to your body, if that makes sense. As you are bending over, bring your elbow in tight and then press it up from your shoulder. Don't try and press up the weight from your thigh, basically. So bring it to your shoulder, then press it up, And then as you're pulling yourself up, make sure that your abs are super engaged. I know I'm thinking so hard about my arm that I'm not thinking very much about my abs. It might be the opposite for you. It might be that you're thinking so hard about your abs because this is hard ab work that you're not thinking very much about your arm. Do what you can to think about both things the entire time. Good form is essential. For some reason, especially when we're bending over to the side like this, and it's not really for some reason, it's because honestly, even though we do a lot of like twisting and bending in real life, sometimes your obliques aren't super strong, and that happens to all of us. So when we intentionally bend or twist and lift, it puts your back in a position where if your abs aren't pulled in super tight and super strong, you could hurt yourself. It's something I'm aware of. Thinking about pulling your core in really all the time, but especially when we're doing bending or twisting type stuff, pulling your core in real tight will help keep your spine safe. No back pain. If we can avoid that, no back pain. We keep ourselves, oh my goodness, nice and healthy and strong. You guys, this is our last exercise in this little strength section. And we're gonna do 2 more on each side. So bend and raise. Oh my goodness, this got real heavy. I'm really glad I chose the moderate weight. I tell you what, in my mind, when I was planning this workout, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go heavy weights for this whole strength section. I'm so glad I did not. Here's our last one on this side. Oh, you know, this is the real thing about me being on camera. I don't get to pause this video and choose another weight. I have to choose, hopefully, the right weight every time. And this time, I know what the right weight is. This time, we're going body weight. Go ahead and put all those dumbbells down, because now we're working on abs. No, it doesn't flatten your belly. No, it doesn't help you lose belly fat. But my friends, it will make your abs strong. And that's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. So here's what we're gonna do. Put your hands right underneath your chin. Put your elbows right out in front of you. For me, I'm going to start with my left knee. I'm going to bring my left knee to my right elbow, so across my body, and then to my left elbow, and then back down, and then across your body on the other side, and then same side, and then down. I know. Trying to keep your hands directly underneath your chin makes your elbows really, really high, and therefore quite difficult to squeeze and crunch to. I know. Also, it kind of gives you something to think about. Oh my gosh, as we're doing these tough ab exercises. I tell you what, so I stopped sweating, so much from the cardio, but I think I'm actually sweating more from the strength work. This is tough stuff. Using your muscles, getting stronger, it's not easy. I mean, it's right there in the words. You're getting stronger and you're doing such a great job. Now, here's the really, really good news. This little ab section, we're only doing 1 round. This is it. We're gonna get, they're gonna get completely burnt out. And my friends, if you would like to, this could be your built-in finisher. This little ab section, abs is normally what I work when we do a finisher. This could totally be an absolutely complete workout all in and of itself. If you would like to, I have on screen here in a little bit. We've still got a couple more ab exercises, but I'm already thinking about being done. If you would like to, I've got a finisher for you. If you would like to be done, but not quite finished. And if you would prefer a little bit more seated work. I mean, this was a great workout today, but maybe you've got a little bit more in you. Well, I'll tell you what, on the other side of the screen, I'm gonna have a little bit more cardio for you. That was plenty of strength for me, so I'm gonna assume that you'd rather do a little bit more cardio. So on the other side of the screen, I will have another seated workout for you. We're gonna go from here. This is our last one on this side, and then our last one on this side. Now you're gonna put your hands behind your ears, just resting behind your ears. You're gonna bring your elbow to your hip, and then your elbow to the opposite knee, bending all the way forward. So elbow to your hip on the same side, elbow to your knee across your body. Oh my goodness. So crunch and cross crunch. And it doesn't matter if you actually touch your hip or your knee. It's not about that. It's much more about the squeezing, the bending, the twisting, using every single muscle all throughout your trunk, your abdominals, your obliques, Oh my gosh, your internal abdominals and obliques, every muscle in there is getting a great workout right now. Now, my friends, at the bottom of the screen, again, we've still got plenty more time, but I'm just telling you what you're going to see here in a little bit. At the bottom of the screen, there's the letter P, and that is to go over to Patreon, where a monthly pledge from you helps me make free workouts for all of us. And I totally appreciate your support. It helps me a lot. On the other side of the screen, there's a picture of my face. That's a subscribe button. If you are not already subscribed, please do. I have new workouts every single week. Oh my gosh, that are, well, okay, they are all this chatty. I talk this much every time, and they are almost all this sweaty and sometimes even more. This is going to be our last one on each side. Cross and crunch, and then crunch and cross. And then, my friends, this is what I was talking about. This might be the finisher. We're doing toe bounces. Lean back in your chair, put your hands behind your butt. We're gonna pick up our feet and we're just gonna bounce them. Yeah, we're not letting them sit down for any length of time. Pull in your core, pull in those abs. You might not feel it just yet. I do, but you might not feel it just yet. This is constant abdominal tension. This is resistance. This is what it feels like to make your abs stronger. Now, I actually can also feel this in the tops of my thighs. You know, nothing in your body is its own little island. Everything is connected to everything else. My abs are actually a little bit tired from all that abdominal work, and so the work is moved into my hip flexors. That's why you can feel it in your hips and the tops of your thighs. It's okay. We're going to make this a little bit harder. We're going to go forward and back and forward and back. You're kicking out, still tapping your toes. Yeah, I know. This is not an easy exercise, and it's not going to get easier because we're actually here in a couple seconds. Just a couple seconds though, not too long. Whew. We're going to open it up wide. Scissors. Back and forth, whichever foot goes forward. The first time goes forward, the second time wide and closed, wide and closed, wide and closed. I know, I'm doing this workout too, my friends. We're gonna be done in 10 seconds. Whew, I'm watching the clock on this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, you did it. Thank you so much for working out with me. Make sure you click that subscribe button before you go, and I'll see you in the next video.